Tuesday, April 1st, 2014. I'll be your host, Nick Houston, also known as Tigos132. Joining me, as always, Brad Konerman, a.k.a. Zeismo, a.k.a. Awesome Pale Ghost Casper rapper.
So cold, I frostbite him. No pig Latin, but I hog-tied him.
And Josh Dabney, also known as Beastum21.
Because I'm the rhyming hippopotamus, because my flows are bottomless.
Ooh, popping off the top of this esophagus, rocking this metropolis. Where'd you get that preposterous hypothesis?
What you know about copyright infringement?
What you know about it?
Guys, what have you got done in League this week? Dabney, what have you done with your life?
Just been twerking it out there in the Summoner's Rift. Just trying to master that jungle.
Twerking it?
Twerking it.
Okay, I can respect it. You just a working man out on the streets, you got to sell your body.
Trying to twerkulate out there.
Times are hard.
Straight up Targ style.
Gems.
My
Fabulous.
gems are outrageous.
No, I haven't really played that much League altogether this past week, simply because I've been playing a lot more Titanfall, like I was talking about in the other podcast. But just been trying to jungle in the normal games and then play support, trying to get up my rank in gold. I think I got like 30 or 40 points now in gold 5 still. Haven't played that much. I've only played like 40 total games. I'm like 50% win ratio, so not a whole lot going on.
You're just okay with average.
Just okay.
Well, I'm not. And I bet neither is Brad Konerman. What have you done?
Let's see, I'm still Silver 4. We played...
Maybe he is.
A few games. We played a few games this week. And we rose and fell.
Like a phoenix.
Yeah.
But in reverse.
It was, I don't know. I think my quality of play definitely dropped this week. I wasn't like trying, I guess not really trying as hard, but concentrating as much. And I could definitely tell that affected my play. Because I was playing a lot of Titanfall. And then near the end of the week, new game type came out that I think we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Well, for me, I haven't really moved either. I got to my qualifiers for Silver 2 again and lost them again. But I swear, every time I get to my qualifiers, I have the biggest fucking trolls on my team. Like, I keep getting stuck in ADC because usually when I'm playing ranked, I duo queue with you, Konerman.
Yep.
So because you queue us up, they have it set so like the person that queues is more likely to get first pick, because if the person you queue with would get it, it automatically goes to the person who queues up. So I just let you do it because I'm just like, I'll play whatever. So I keep getting stuck in ADC because no one fucking wants to play that useless ass role.
Yeah.
So I'll go like Caitlyn or something, but we had a LeBlanc top one game and a Poppy jungle.
I remember that.
And we were going against Warwick, Jarvan, and Leona. And there was no getting away from that. Like,
I think
I couldn't do nothing against that.
I think one of the big like bonus, or like one of the things that we've gotten to the point now is we almost always go positive. Like, it's very rare for one of us to go negative when we're playing, one of our top 2 roles. So I think that we've kind of figured out our lanes, and we've not necessarily mastered them, but we've definitely gotten a lot better at them. Yeah. And I think now it's just the fact that we need to either concentrate more on finishing games, which I think is one of our biggest weaknesses, because we always have we win mid game almost every game.
Yeah, we do great early game and mid game, but then once it comes to the team fighting thing, like, if I'm not the tank, no one's gonna fucking tank for me, I feel like. You do sometimes or something, like if you're Shyvana. But when we had the Poppy in the jungle who built like AP damage Poppy or whatever the fuck it was, and we had LeBlanc top for no reason, who was like 0 and 8 or some shit.
Damn.
Then I'm just like, where's my front line? Like, I don't have nothing as the ADC. So
that's one of the things that I wanted to mention was I think we've lost our lanes once or twice in like the last 2 weeks in ranked. Like, we've lost our specific lanes, and which is good. And I think we just got to figure out what we're doing wrong. And I think it's
playing
fighting
ADC.
as a team.
I need to stop playing ADC. Everyone says that right now ADC is the hardest thing to carry from, and I think they're right, because you're useless until late game.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And
you're also useless unless you have somebody that knows to protect you. If everybody just dives in, their team's just going to dive on you and kill you. So
yeah, but I don't know. It was like even just that one game, I don't think we were coming out of it just because we didn't have like a tanky front line. Like I would get jumped on by Jarvan automatically, and he'd ult on me, so I'd net out of that. And then as soon as I netted out of that, fucking Leona and Warwick came around, and Warwick would jump on me, lock me down. Leona would ult me automatically while I was locked down by Warwick. I'm just like, well, fuck. What can I do? Like, and even then, when I was just getting focused the shit out of, I was still like 6 and 7, like 6 kills, 7 deaths. So even then, I didn't do too bad. I just think I need to. I don't know. I might start doing solo queue more, and like not to knock you or anything because you do good. It's just so I can not have like an artificially inflated elo that you get from
because that's the
duo
worst part
queuing
about
and
duo
like
queuing. Like I've noticed that even when I play with Konerman, like sometimes, like we will have like the worst possible players just because like we're duoing, so they give us like the shittiest players, and then like the other team will be like a couple of levels ahead of everyone on our team. So like it's so imbalanced, but only because me and Konerman, group together. They just
right, because I'm just on the cusp of silver, so it's like, oh, so we need to give this team people that are worse than him. So let's give them a bunch of bronze players, and they'll give me bronze players, and we'll be playing against like gold players.
Yeah, we'll be playing against like fucking platinum 5 people or some shit. We're like, what the fuck is this?
That's
how
it is
fair?
for me. It'll be like gold 1s and like platinum 5s against like the bronze 6s and stuff on our team, and it's like, cool. It's like, dude, how are we supposed to win this? So like, I think it's just easier just to solo queue.
Yeah,
and just make it through.
Then maybe I won't be stuck in ADC like I have just the past week, because can't do shit as ADC. You win your lane, then you're like, oh guys, I'm good now. It's like, oh no, the guy get a Randuin Zoman. I guess I'll just be useless for this fucking game. See ya. I if you guys push up to a tower, let me know. I'll auto attack it. But I don't know. I fucking hate ADC so much.
Tower destroyer.
That ADC rules everything.
Well, aside from that, some other things have happened this week. Team Builder went live, and because it's April 1st, Riot's doing their April Fool shit. There's been a new game mode that came out called Ultra Rapid Fire, or URF, like their mascot. And there's some joke patch notes that we'll go over real quick.
All right, let's start it up.
I was waiting for your okay.
Yeah, we got it. Let's do it. So explain what URF is to us.
URF, the manatee, is like a Riot kind of April Fool's mascot. Like, I don't know the history of URF, but they were like,
something to do with their lore. Like,
yeah,
URF
I think
is in their lore.
I think for like the very first April Fools, they're like, there's a new champion. It's gonna be URF, the manatee, and then like they're like, haha, April Fools, and it was like, oh, you guys.
Like, but no, we really wanted that champion.
But he's been kind of
Corky to ride on.
Yeah, he's been kind of like a consistent joke almost in fucking League of Legends the entire time. So like, they had a Warwick skin where like he killed URF apparently and wore his skin, which, and so that was a thing. And then like Corky riding URF instead of his fucking airplane, and Udyr with the Spirit Guard Udyr, when you do like joke, like the spirit animal that comes out is URF, things like that. Like he just pops up random places sometimes.
Yeah.
So
just a little Easter egg.
Yeah, so they called, I guess it's Ultra Rapid Fire, just so they could get the URF acronym.
Yeah.
But
it kind of makes sense with the changes.
Yeah. And we'll talk about those after the patch notes a little bit. So on this patch note, Aurelia got a nerf. Her base health went from 546 to 545.6, which will be rounded off to the closest whole number.
So for those of you that can't do math, it's still 546.
Caston's been deleted from the game.
Completely.
Can they just keep this change?
Yeah, can they just keep this change? Because they're like, we tried to nerf him, but he's still just a piece of shit, so just delete him. No one plays him anyway.
I love their explanation for it, too.
Yeah.
With the recent Caston rework, we witnessed a few cases where he wasn't automatically banned, or even when he wasn't banned, wasn't auto-picked regardless of the team strategy and rank solo queue. We've since rectified this by just disabling him. Since people aren't banning him, we just
removed
him.
Existence, and it says is a thing with a line through it. Master Yi, Alpha Strike starts at the end of the ability instead of the beginning. I don't even know what that means.
Well, I think one of the things you have to run kind of run through first is ultra rapid fire. Like the biggest changes to this is one, you don't have it, like you don't run out of mana. None of your abilities cost mana.
No, there's no mana or energy in the game.
Two, every champion begins a game with 80% cooldown reductions on abilities, activated items, and summoner spells.
Yep, 80% cooldown reduction.
And marksman.
Every auto attack champion has 50% increase in attack speed.
Which is retarded, let me tell you. You play with Ezreal, it's just like a machine gun.
Yeah. So, with that, Rise has also been deleted with this.
Good change.
Change.
Which is really good, because could you imagine Rise is like stunned during this game?
I actually saw a video, people enabled Rise and Caston in a custom game or something. And they were playing Rise, and they solo Dragon at like level 5 or some shit, just like just spamming their abilities. You could just hear him like hitting the keyboard like, and just hitting everything. And like once you hit level 6, you couldn't not be rooted by Rise. Yeah. And like he was just constantly just ulted, just fucking everything up. But another thing, Shaco. Kind of the jack in the boxes there were quite a bit, so they limited them to 6. So you can't just spam boxes all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
They made a similar change with Teemo. You can only put 20 mushrooms. Oh no, you're limited to 20 mushrooms.
Which is still a ridiculous amount.
With Zillion, his rewind is 60% cooldown reduction instead of 80% for the Earth. So, because apparently people would be able to just like
ult the whole
have
team.
ult the whole team and just have them constantly just coming back up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like you guys went over with me today when I queued up with Nick and Josh. I was like, "Why are you picking Smite for?" And I was like, "Because I'm jungling." Like, just pick Revive and Teleport.
Revive, Teleport. That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Some items got removed. Magi Soul Stealer, so I guess Conorman can't play LeBlanc anymore. And Sword of the Occult.
Do people actually use that item, though? Sword of the Occult?
I don't think they really use it anymore. Like, I don't see people using it anymore. Maybe if it's like a Master Yi or something getting super fed or some shit like that, but I don't know. I never see it. And Smite is on a 60% cooldown instead of 80% for Earth. So, there's the patch notes. They're actually real. They're joke patch notes, but they're actually real patch notes for this game type. And here's the global changes. I'll just read on that we kind of already went over a couple of them, like mana and energy costs are non-existent. Cooldown reduction is 80% on all abilities, activated items, and summoner spells. 60% movement speed for all champions. We didn't touch on. You got 25% tenacity for all champions starting off. So, attack speed bonuses are 100% increase, so it's doubled, not 50%. Critical strike damage is instead of 25%. Oh, it's increased by 25%. Yeah.
These are for the items for ranged champions, like 80.
And gold gain is 500% the amount normally granted on Summoner's Rift, and
that's not crazy.
It's not kills and things like that. It's just passive gold income. So I don't know.
You guys want to talk about some of the experiences that you guys have had in game?
Well, that's going to be our special segment, as we're going to talk about Earth. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But another thing that happened, Team Builder is live. It happened literally right after we made the podcast last week. Yeah. Like, we finished making, they're like, all right, guys, good podcast. And I was like, let's check out League. And they're like, Team Builder's live. I'm like, ugh. So, but there are some problems with it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go over a couple of them. Queue times. They're a little bit up there.
They're a little
depending
bit
on what you are.
That's kind of expected, though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I was bitching about it, but it's expected.
Yeah, it's expected because no one wants to play fucking support, and no one wants to play fucking ADC because it's awful. So, basically, you queue up, and your mid, top, and jungle can be filled almost instantly, and then you'll just be sitting there for 10 or 20 minutes waiting on an ADC or a support.
Yeah.
And if you are an ADC or support, usually what they do is they'll come in, see that someone isn't there yet, and then they'll just instantly leave and go to the next game where they can just be that last person to get in and don't have to worry about waiting.
Yeah.
And there was a thing I was listening to on another podcast, and they were talking about if you queue up as 5 people going into Team Builder, you'll be queued up against another 5-person team, like some people communicating, or at least people that they invited off their friends list to screw around with. But because the queue times are so screwed up, you can queue up by yourself, set every role to something that people usually don't play, like Jungle Mage, and then tell your friends to queue up as Jungle Mages. Like, because you can pick any champion you want and still say Jungle Mage. Like, you could pick fucking Tryndamere and say Jungle Mage. So they're like, pick whatever champions you want, and just queue up as Jungle Mage. And you can get in to the Team Builder with your friends and then be queued up as someone who's like solo queuing, basically.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to stomp the other team because they're not communicating. But you guys are all on Skype or something together. How do you guys feel about that?
It's pretty cray-cray.
I kind of saw it coming, but I mean, yeah, it's I don't know. It's like a team builder, you know. It's expected. We've seen it in countless other games, so it's kind of the same issues and same expectations.
I mean, I like the team builder. I like the way it's set up. I don't have an issue with any of that. It's just right now nobody wants to play like you said, ADC and support in normal games. Like people want to play like other roles to like play with, like jungle or mid or top lane, because those are like the flashy lanes or champions right now.
They want to be the hero.
Yeah, but I would see a lot. I would see the queue times probably go down if they did team builder in ranked, because then people know like, okay, well, I'm gonna play ranked. I'm gonna play my best role. Like for me, I would always queue up as support, or I would do jungle or something like that.
Well,
because I know that those are my best roles, and I'm not gonna queue up as something that I'm not good at. Like right now for like the normal team builders, like I just queue up top Teemo just because it's fun. Not that it's like, you know, good or whatever, but I just like playing Teemo because you can lay mushies everywhere and blind people. It's hilarious.
Yeah, when the last time I did Team Builder, I think I was a 0 support, and it's because when I queue up for normal games, all I want to do is just practice champions I'm not good at or screw around, basically. Yeah. So I was like, I'll try 0 support just because. But we got queued up with this Ryze who was top, who was taking the game so fucking serious.
Yeah, like ridiculous.
He was just like, my advice, you guys should never play ranked. I'm
never
like,
ranked.
I'm like, good thing this is just normals and doesn't fucking matter at all. I'm like, and like, he wasn't doing great or anything top. He was like 1-0 as Ryze up top. And I was like, well, show us how to carry then.
Yeah.
You know, it's, I don't know. People like, I don't understand how people are dicks in normal games anymore. Like, when they just don't matter at all.
Yeah.
But the only time I can think that Team Builder is really going to be useful is when, like for me, I might as well just hit like solo queue, just blind pick whatever, because there's a champion I can practice with at least every role. So I'm just like, I'll just go in and say Phil, because I'll have a champion in mind where like, oh, I want to practice this and this role or that and that role. But for Team Builder, like if I wanted to play a specific champion in like Nidalee mid, then it would be worth to queue up in Team Builder, because even though the queue times are long, like 10, 15 minutes or something like that, it's still shorter than trying to get in a game in solo queue, and then you lag for a minute and someone calls the role that you want, and you have to play the game as something else. You know, a 30, 40-minute game sometimes. So Team Builder is good for that, but not good for people like me, I think.
Yeah, for people who just want to go in and just play, like I wouldn't suggest Team Builder because it takes way too long. If you're playing, like we said, top mid or jungle. I mean, if you play support and that's what you want to play, or you play ADC and that's what you want to play, then I'm sure Team Builder would be fine for you because you'd have really fast queue times.
Yeah.
But I would say another thing is be careful, because some people, they misclick like what their roles and their champions that they're playing with are. And so like one time I had like a Xin Zhao support like pop in, and then they like started the game. And I'm like, hold on, like what the hell? Like why is Xin Zhao supporting?
I remember that guy.
I rember that game. Because
And
we
then
were
he's
all
like,
in it.
And I still reported him. I think we talked about
he's
that.
like, oh shit, my bad, I clicked the wrong thing. And then he like left. So then you got to wait for the timer all over again for like.
we played with the Xin Zhao support. There was some weird bug where some guy queued up as support, left the game, or apparently he didn't leave the game, but he just disappeared from the fucking screen, and then someone else filled his role, but he was still talking in chat.
Yeah.
And we were like,
We
wait.
had like 6 people.
Yeah, we were like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm support. And we're like, no, this guy's support. He's the one fucking queued up with us. He's like, what? Like, we were so fucking confused about what was happening. I don't know. There's some bugs. There's some glitches. I think they kind of released. Yeah, I think they kind of released it early because if you read like Reddit or things like that, everyone's like, please leave Team Builder in. I can finally queue what I want. And I don't have to fucking worry about whatever and blah blah blah. So I think they kind of folded under the pressure and just kind of released it maybe a little bit earlier than they should have. But
preemptively.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like if people want to use it, they can fucking use it and they can fix it over time. So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think it's cool because it's new content. And,
Yeah.
it's just something new that's been implemented in the game outside of, like, champions, you know what I mean? Like, you always see champions, and that's why I love this new game type that they implemented. Because you always see champions, they come, like, whatever it is, every month and a half or whatever, every couple of months. But, like, new game types are always so much fun because there's, like, so much different strategies and stuff that goes involved with it. And now this team builder thing, I just think it's cool because now I can just, like, queue up as, like, whatever I want. And then over time, eventually, I will get a team, but it's just a matter of how long you want to wait for it.
Another thing that it kind of misses the beat on, I guess, is you're pretty much guaranteed to only play the meta. Like a tanky top, ADC support down bot, mage mid, and then usually something in the jungle, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But because if you queue up and you're like, oh, I want to be mage bottom or some shit, then, how many people are forming a team and saying that's the role they want down bottom or something like that? You pretty much got to be with friends if you're going to form the game like that. And another thing they did to make it even worse, I think now if you're a team captain, you actually have to queue with another person as the team captain.
Yeah, it's you and one other person.
Yeah, so like if people are by themselves, they're obviously not going to be the team captain and make their team, so there's even less games going on than normal because you have to do a queue with somebody to even make the game. So
right.
There's some problems with it. I think they need to address a couple things to get the queue time down, but I don't know. It's still fun.
Yeah,
I think it's better than regular solo queue.
Yeah, people take normal seriously sometimes. I don't understand why, but if you're getting in Team Builder, the majority of people use Team Builder how it's supposed to be, which is to practice a certain role, practice a certain champion. They're like, I want to try this out. It's probably not my best champion, but
Don't get mad, please.
Don't get mad. I'm just practicing for something else. And most people understand that, and they don't take the games too seriously.
Yeah,
but
that's what I hate. It's like, oh man, I'll try like this champion out at this role, whatever. I've never played him before, but I just want to see how it is. And then like you get in the game and like you die a couple of times, and then like your teammates are like, "Cool, noob, like great, way to feed." It's like, dude, this is like my first time. Like, relax, bro.
Yeah, I don't think
it's not like we're playing for money.
Whenever I play Zyra, I think I've only won like one game where I was Zyra, and I've played like 10 games with her. I don't know, she's really hard, but she's fun, so I keep playing her. I'm like, maybe there's just some secret that I haven't unlocked yet. But every once in a while, you just get queued with like a Rise top who's just mad as shit. I don't know, maybe like someone fucking ran over his dog that day. His girlfriend left him, or his boyfriend. I don't know.
Whatever the case may be.
What was that joke where the guy's girlfriend left him? It was in chat, and he was talking. He was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend left me, blah blah blah," and like it basically escalated to the point to where they're just like, "Well, we don't want you either." It's just like Jesus Christ.
I saw one where someone said, "Oh, sorry, I died. I was talking to my long lost dad," and they were like, "I can see why he left." Or
that's just rude.
The best one I think was like, "Don't worry, we can still bounce back. It's not like this game is your parents' marriage."
Oh.
I was like, "Oh god damn!"
Shots fired.
Shots fired. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for Team Builder. It's got a lot of problems, but it's got its good side.
Plenty of time to work it out.
Yeah. So with that, let's go over free champions of the week, who we want to play, who we wouldn't play. So I'll just go over them real quick. So for this week, Can I get a drum roll? We have Ari, Draven, Janna, Jax, Nocturne, Ryze, Skarner, and Tryndamere. Oh, and there's more. I had to scroll down. Varus and Zyra.
Your girl.
Your girl. Yeah. So, Dabney, I know you're really excited to fucking pick somebody, so you go ahead and go this time.
I mean, I'm really not excited about any one of these champs, to be honest. But
No,
the
you love
one
'em.
I would say would be the easiest out of any of these guys to play during a free week, and you don't have the money to buy a champion, would be Ryze. That champion is so broken right now, especially Ryze top lane. All you do is you just go up there, root them, use your bouncing balls, and then hit them with your Q, and you just rinse and repeat. Build lots of mana, and the game is pretty much wins itself. Like I don't know.
He
Ryze
is really strong right now.
Really broken right now. His ultimate gives him spell steal, so it's not like you have a problem lane sustaining. You just stay up there all day, and all of his abilities are on pretty short cooldowns. So yeah, I would say if you want to learn a champion in a week, Ryze is pretty easy. I think even like when you do like the practice things when you first download the game, they send you through the tutorials. They give you Ryze because he's so easy to play with.
Yeah, I keep forgetting they put tutorials in the game now.
Yeah, so I mean, out of all these champions, because these are like, if you look at some of these champions, they're pretty high skill level champions.
Yeah, they're definitely not really noob friendly champions.
Because I mean, a lot of these are like abilities you have to actually, use. Like you can't just like click and just forget. Like Draven and Ari, Janna, like those are like pretty difficult champions. Or even Zyra, she's pretty tough.
Yeah.
So I would say that the easiest to pick up in a week would definitely be Ryze.
Well, with Ryze, like he used to be one of the main people that people would take mid.
Yeah.
And now he's definitely a top lane champion because his cast range is really short, so he can get poked down by other mages. So yeah, a lot of people take him top lane because, if you go up against a Renekton or something like that can close in on you and has a lot of sustain with Ryze, he also has a lot of sustain. He can build tanky for a mage.
Yeah.
And, he can lock somebody down with his root and do damage and things like that. He is a really good top champion, and he's pretty easy to use.
Not to mention that most top champions are melee. So
yeah.
He has that range advantage.
Yeah, and he's definitely a late game champion too.
Yeah, late game he can blow up mages.
Yeah, he can blow up anybody late game. Early game, not
crazy.
so much.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of late game champions, I guess we'll just segue right into my favorite champion of the free champion week.
Go ahead.
It's going to be Tryndamere. And not because he's like my favorite champion, but he's just the most satisfying champion for me to play when I get a lot of attack speed. Just because I just hear him just beating the shit out of everything he hits, no matter what it is.
That backdoor.
Yep. Yeah, he's an auto attack champion. So he is, I don't know. I try to play him. I'm not good with him. So I don't know.
I'm not good with him either, but it's fun to watch and listen.
Yeah. Like, if you want people like to learn something that doesn't have to worry about, positioning a whole lot and getting caught, he can slow people. He has an escape with his E. I think it's his E.
Yeah, it's
and
his E.
yeah, and he can get out of a lot of situations that normal people wouldn't just because it's ult, or he can at least kill somebody usually if he gets caught out of place or something like that. He's a really forgiving champion.
Yeah. And the
He's
best
a lot
thing about
like Lee
Tryndamere
Sin.
is like you
Go
don't
ahead.
really have to like worry about doing anything but just staying in your lane, farming creep, and taking towers. That's like all you have to do.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have to worry about like helping out other lanes because like your job is just the back door as Tryndamere. Because once you build up like the attack speed and crit and damage, like you just go run through the whole lane and just end the game yourself.
Yeah, it's once he goes top, he's pretty much not going anywhere else in the game. Like, just let him loose in the lane. Hope that like his top lane wanders down and he's gonna take a tower or two before they go back up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's one of those champions.
So who you got, Houston?
Well, for me, I gotta go with my main man Jax.
All them
Speaking
Jax
of
attacks.
backdoors,
He's a front door man. He doesn't even have to backdoor. He just comes in, just kicks that bitch down, stomps on the door, says, "Honey, I'm home."
I brought the lantern.
Yeah, he is like Tryndamere's worst enemy, pretty much, because like he's an auto attack champion. Jax says "fuck you" to anybody who has auto attacks. Like, I don't think there's a better person in the game that can, like, 1v1. Like, who else would 1v1 Jax? I don't know. Like, maybe Udyr or
I would
something?
say, yeah, Udyr. Maybe an Udyr. Pretty much it's whoever builds armor. What's it called? Armor. You kick back damage.
Oh, you talking about
Thornmail.
Thornmail.
Thornmail, yeah.
I don't know. I don't get
It's
those
pretty much
guys.
whoever builds Thornmail first.
Look, this is all you need on Jax. Blade of Ruin King, Trinity Force, Random and Zoman, you're done. You could not buy another item in the game. As long as you have those three, you're gonna kill anything that comes to look at you, pretty much. And, he's just a snowball champion like there's never been, almost. Like, if you put him in a lane, he's gonna fucking kill something. Especially once you hit level 6, your burst just goes through the fucking roof. Every time you auto attack, you've got more attack speed. You've got the dodge with the stun. You're just a monster. You're really mobile with your key. You can jump around everywhere. And when I first started playing the game, he was one of my main champions. Back when dodge was still like a stat.
Yeah, a thing.
So
I remember that.
yeah, so he was one of my favorite champions. And then they changed him and I didn't play him for a while. And then I started playing him again. I can't remember. It's been a couple months. And he's still a monster. He's just been there forever, been a monster ever since he came into the game. And he's awesome.
Since he was born, just beating all that ass with that lane.
He might have a little bit of a higher skill cap than some of the other champions, but as far as for this lineup, I think he's one of the best.
Yeah. I think the skill cap, though, was more for, being flashy, like war jumping and stuff like that.
Yeah, war jumping over things, making sure you knowing how to,
your dodge, whenever
time
you
your
want to
stun
stun
right.
them
yeah, time your stun right, auto-attacking, and then hitting your W
Yeah.
so you get double auto-attacks, things like that.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things, but nothing too
but
out
I
of the
think,
ordinary.
as a basic, champion, he's still pretty good. Just using abilities, because they're all, click abilities. It's not like you're skill shotting at anyone.
Yeah.
So
The only thing that really shuts him down is hard CC. Anything that slows down your auto attacks and can fuck you up, because he is still an auto attack champion. So that's my pick. All right, let's go around the table again. Dabney, what champion would you not pick and why?
would I not pick? Man, I would probably say for someone to learn in a week, I would probably say Ari. I mean, Ari, she's just not that good right now. I mean, she still has her moments, but she's really not.
I'll disagree with that.
I have a really high win rate on Ari, but I build her more tanky than I do Assassiny. So my whole goal is to land my charm. If I can land my charm, then my team can get a kill.
But that's what I mean.
I have a really
that's
high
the
win
whole
rate on her.
thing.
Well, hold on. Before
so...
let me just make a point. She is if you watch high level pro play and things like that, one of the most picked mid champions is still Ari. But she is a high skill cap champion. So I'll let you go ahead and finish your point now. I just want to say she is good.
Okay, maybe she's good at LCS. She's not good for us.
So what you're saying, you can't play at that level?
No. Neither can you.
Right.
So every Ari I've ever seen that's been in league play right now, especially in gold at least, dude, just gets shut down by everyone. Because if you don't land your charm, if you mess up on your ult, if you don't dash just right, use your abilities, it's pretty much over. She's pretty much useless after that point. She just gets blown up.
Yeah, she is a
anyone.
high skill cap champion, especially in mid.
So I mean, I wouldn't suggest for anyone to play her unless you're gonna take some time, buy her and take some time and learn her maybe. But I still don't think she's worth it unless you're really, really, really good with her.
Yeah, Mr. Coleman, who would you pick and why?
Instantly is Draven, because I've tried to play him before, and not only are you worrying about looking at your map, CSing, watching the other team, watching for poke from their support, watching for poke from their ADC, watching for them to collapse on you and being aware of a gank, you also have to fucking run around and catch those goddamn axes all the goddamn time. And it's just, I can't do it.
Yeah, he's not an easy champion to learn ADC on, because you have to pay attention to so many more things than normal.
Yeah.
Usually, if you're trying to learn ADC or something like that, you'll pick an easy champion like Ashe or Caitlyn or something. All you have to do is worry about CS and map awareness, basically. And with Draven, you have to, like, all right, is my axe spinning? All right, I have to catch it over here. It's like someone's coming at me. I need to knock him away. Can I line up this ult? There's just so much shit that he has to do.
Yeah.
If you get good at ADC, or you saying, hey, I'm going to get Draven, and I'm going to learn on him, if you can master Draven, you pretty much won every ADC, because
he does a lot of damage.
Yeah, you have to be a master of positioning and shit with Draven, pretty much, just to be able to catch all those axes and not get caught out. And another thing is, if you're playing against Draven, and you have a skill shot, aim for where his axe is going to land, because you can see that shit too. So if you're playing against a Draven and he's really good, and you're Caitlyn or something like that, shoot a Q where his axe is going to be, because he's probably not going to be paying attention, because he's paying attention to so many other things that you're probably going to hit him with it. Put a trap where it's landing or something. I don't know.
Right. I'd agree with that. What do you got for us, Nick?
All right. Well, I'm going to have to say Skarner, because he's useless. How's that? How's that for a knowledge bomb?
Yeah, the crazy thing is
Except
Skarner...
when you're playing on Earth.
Yeah, except then.
Actually, for a while, Skarner was one of the top junglers. I think it was late season 3. And I think that's because he had such a good early game. But he's kind of gone downhill since then.
Well, they've changed a lot of things on him. Like he's saying, he was good. And he's still a jungler, but he's like one of the lowest picked junglers currently. And it's just because there's nothing he really does that someone else can't do better.
Yeah.
Like
all the other junglers caught up to him because they changed the jungle.
Yeah, I never really played him that much, but I guess he used to have a slow, and they got rid of the slow, and they changed his ult so it doesn't drag people as far or something. He just got nerfed to fucking death. So if you look at pros, if you look at other people, they're just like, who's one of the worst jungles right now? It's Maokai because of mana cost, and Skarner because of everything.
Because of everything.
That's pretty much it. All right. Yeah. So that's going to be our picks, I guess. All right. Now let's move into the special segment, and we're going to talk about Earth. Ultra Rapid Fire. The game type.
Earth.
Planet Earth. Welcome to the ghetto. But it's a new game type. Riot came out for April Fools, and it's going to be in the game just this week. Maybe longer, because there's a lot of people begging for it to just stay in, because it's so fucking fun to just play.
I'm honestly afraid that when I go and try and queue up for a ranked game again, I'm just gonna be like, God, this is so boring. Like, I honestly think that it's gonna affect my view of the actual game.
Yeah, I was watching ranked play after I played a couple games of Earth, on Twitch. And I was like, oh, man, why is this taking so long? What is this?
Yeah, it's like, oh,
the most boring thing ever.
With this Earth, I've never seen a boring level 1.
No.
This stupid shit constantly in this. And just people oh, it's level 1? I'm going all the way to the enemy nexus to see what's going on.
That's what I do. I just search the whole jungle.
You just don't expect people to be able to literally just one person will run in and just take out 3 people, and then they'll have 2 slivers of health left, and somebody will be like, oh, I got you, bitch, and then they'll just turn around and blow them up. You're just like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
it was that first game we played when we just found out about it, and I picked who was it? That old rock dude.
Malphite.
Yeah, Malphite. And we were messing around in the jungle, the team had tried to invade us or something. And I ended up getting a triple kill within the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, it was as soon as the game started, minions haven't even spawned yet, and the score was 4 kills for our team and 3 for theirs. Before minions even came up. Oh god, who was I during that? I can't even remember.
You played Nunu, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Nunu.
Because we both had that slow.
Yeah, so I was just kiting people around. But this game type is so funny because it completely changes the way the game is played. Champions that you wouldn't think are good are suddenly the most OP fucking champions ever. Sona and Nami are ridiculous.
Nami. Jeez. I had to play against Nami top lane. That was so dumb. She just healed herself the whole time while doing damage to me.
They can just out-heal most damage that you can do. Just someone like Karthus who can ult like every 20 seconds or some shit.
Like, and the most broken champion is Nidalee by far. I played a game where I was playing Nidalee. I went like 19-3, and like I got 4 of the first kills because all I did was just spamming my spears the whole time. Like they couldn't even come in the lane because I had so many spears flying. And then once you get your heal, you can just heal yourself up, and you and your teammates. It's just ridiculous.
There's a bunch of weird shit. And did you guys watch the match today? It was C9 versus TSM in this game type.
Yeah, I watched the very, very end of it. But it looked like it was awesome.
They have the whole thing on YouTube, and I'll send it to you guys after this, but it's funny as shit. Like, did you watch it, Conerman?
No, I didn't.
Oh my god, it was the funniest fucking thing. Because TSM was clearly just fucking around, and I don't think C9 knows how to relax.
I think C9 was pretty serious about it.
Yes, like, they were still having fun, but like, they were like, yeah, we tried a couple games before this, and we found that this champion was good. Fucking Odd One picked Maokai. Like, they were just, and as soon as he picked him, you see everyone else on TV or TSM just start laughing. They're like, "You picked Maokai, you fucker!" like they're just playing the champions they thought would be funny. Like Dyrus was Vladimir.
Vlad, I think.
Oddwin was Maokai. Bjergsen picked Kog'Maw. Wild Turtle was Xerath, and X Special was Lux. And it was just like the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
So random.
Like Oddwin was just running around in like their jungle, like had like 20 fucking saplings in a bush, just hoping someone would come in it. And like they never came in it. And then on C9 they had Urgot. Medios.
Ezreal.
Yeah, Medios was Urgot. I can't remember who was who. Sneaky was Jace.
Yeah, Jace.
Who else was there?
I know they had an Ezreal, and
I don't know if they did. I know they had a Kog'Maw also. I think they also had a Lux, and I can't remember who the other one was. It might have been Ezreal, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, it was just the funniest shit ever. And like they would like go in and they're like, "All right, now it's time for the in-your-face interview," and they went up to like Oddwin while he's in the middle of a fucking team fight and like took his headphones off. They're like, "So what's going through your mind right now?" He's like, I'm fucking ganking." It was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was laughing so hard.
Who was streaming this?
That was on Twitch.
They were. It was like an official thing. Like it was like an LCS
okay.
match set up. Like it was in front of people and shit like that.
Yeah, it was like in the actual like LCS like room or whatever.
Yeah, and then fucking Freak goes over to C9's side after Medios dies. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna help you guys out real quick." And he took like Medios' headphones and he put them on. He's like, "Oh, you guys just need to fucking kill Bjergsen. Just do that and you win the game." And shit like that.
Do that.
I think when they were talking to Oddwin, they even walked over and fucking like hit D on his keyboard, so he fucking flashed, and he's just like looked at him. He's like, "You piece of shit, fuck you." That's what it looked like. But yeah,
that's funny.
And we've been playing. All we've been doing is trying to find like the dumbest champions that we can. Like I tried Galio, not the best. We went up against a Syndra. Me and Dabney did.
Oh, and that was awful.
God, that Syndra. She kept us stunned literally the whole game. She would put like 20 fucking balls down on the ground and just throw them all at us at once. And we were just like, God
you
damn
over
it.
and over.
Like you couldn't move. It was just
and I played
ridiculous.
Ezreal, and I still didn't have enough range to contend with her. She was just smashing me so hard. And then they had a Blitzcrank who was just like throwing grabs, like rapid fire grabs, like the whole time. And it's just like, dude, I can't live through this.
Yeah, I was the fucking Galio. I was just throwing like my wind down all the time, so everyone's moving fast as shit. It looked like a fucking hurricane was going on the map. And and like Thresh and Blitzcrank were both chasing me, and I was dodging so many fucking hooks, and like we were all so fast, it was just retarded.
Yeah.
Conerman,
it's
what
definitely.
have you done?
I think I played my first game as Lux just because I was like, "Oh, these lasers are gonna be overpowered." I got killed in like half a second by everything. So I was like, well, maybe that's not the best pick. And pretty much I play anything that has a heal now. So like Nami is stupid strong. A lot of
the game with Tark.
Oh my God.
He was broken.
Remember
Tark
Yi?
is broken.
Yeah, I think
my God.
that game we
Yi
played.
is dumb too.
Yeah, the game we played, it was you were Tark and I was Nami. I forget what you were, Nick.
I was
but,
Brand.
Oh yeah. Where we just dove the tower, just the three of us. We just
Dude, you're like, oh yeah, we were just like it was 4 people mid for a while, and Daniel was by himself as Tarek down bottom. He's like, "Is somebody gonna come down there?" And we're like, "No, we're fucking busy," like yelling at him. And then we took mid tower, so I went down there as Brand, and we were fighting a Jinx and Sona as Brand and Tarek. And like it was basically you would land your stun, and I'd try to line up and hit my stun, and then like that was the only way we could fucking kill him, or otherwise Sona would just heal through all the damage. Yeah. And like fucking Conerman just comes flying in through the river. He's like, "Let's dive him." We're like, "What?" And he fucking flashes into the tower. We're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. I got like a triple kill just because I could cast Brand's ult like every fucking 15 seconds. It's retarded. Just the greatest game type I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played it yet, go out and play it like right now. But remember, always get revive and always get teleport, man.
Yeah, that's another thing. Get revive
by the time
and
your
teleport.
revive is up, like and you die, you can just come back to life like right away and then teleport back down to the lane. You can teleport somewhere else. Because all your wards, like the free wards, your relics and stuff, are on such a short cooldown. You can just place wards everywhere and just teleport to them.
Yeah,
so those are like the best 2 to get.
Like because the trinkets are on an 80% cooldown, like, and even though they only last like a minute, you can fucking cast that thing so much that you'll have like 3 wards up that are the fucking trinket wards. Yeah. And like someone will just be like, "All right, put a ward down," and everyone just teleports in, and the whole other team just teleports in at the same time, and then you just have a fucking 5v5 for no goddamn reason. Like, just because they saw someone teleporting in, so they're gonna teleport in. Like, that's all it is. It's the greatest thing. But yeah, if you, like, we're probably gonna play more after this, and it's just because
I'm like excited already.
I am, because every champion is fun now. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck they are. Like, people like Karthus, you can cast like 5 Qs a second on Karthus and shit like that.
Crazy.
And cast your
minefield of his Qs blowing up.
Yeah, if you're Ziggs, you can literally make like the map a minefield. Just like you can cast it so much. It's just everything is stupid, and you don't have to worry about mana and shit like that. So champions,
go out and experiment with champions, because you never know what kind of crazy stuff you'll find.
Yeah, I kind of want to go play it now.
We might have to. We might have to end this podcast prematurely and go play.
Well, I don't know if it's prematurely. I mean, we're going on 50 minutes. It's not as long as it usually is, but I mean, we got some stuff out there. We told some stories, some war stories about Earth.
People know it's the bee's knees.
Do you guys have anything else to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it for this week.
All right.
That's
It was
all
a
I
short
got, man.
week, wasn't it? Or did we do it on Tuesday last week?
What was that?
I said, hasn't this been a short week for us though, for the podcast, or did we do it last Tuesday?
No, well, I think we did it Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember. But last week we had a shit ton of news that happened, and not much has happened this week, or at least not much important that I've
maybe
seen.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. This is gonna be a short episode. So yeah, that's the show, everybody. Hold on, gotta clear my throat to do the outro. You can visit our website at mediocregamecast.podbean.com. We've upgraded the website, so now we actually have enough space for all the episodes, and you can actually follow on the website now, I think. You can shoot us emails at mediocregamecast@gmail.com. Please send us emails. Just say it's for the Leaguecast or the Gamecast. They're both the same. So, yeah, send us emails about anything. I don't care what it is. You can say, "Hey, should I lick these batteries?" And we'll say, maybe. I don't know. What are you trying to accomplish? You know, if you're trying to become like Powder in the movie, maybe. Something like that.
That might work. Trying to become
My long-lost brother.
You can listen to our other podcasts. It's on the same website because we're cheap and we don't know how to set it up to have links to other podcasts. We're working on it. Follow me on YouTube at Tugos132. We're working on another video series right now where we record our solo queue games, and basically we'll all watch it together and make fun of whoever's playing.
So be good times. Come out and watch us.
It's going to be entertaining.
You can follow us on iTunes. We're still under a weird fucking category like technology and podcasting, but we got Olsen, the other guy, working on that because he knows about Mac shit. I don't.
Our technician is doing it.
Yeah, he's working on it. I don't know why it fucked up in the
I
first
just
place.
imagine him like with plumbers cracking a wrench.
Just like wrenching the fucking podcast for some reason.
like his router. He's just
Tightening it to
like a
get it to a
huge
different
ass
one.
like fucking like 5-pound crescent wrench, just like cranking that bitch down for no reason.
But yeah, follow us, write to us, listen to our other podcasts, follow me on YouTube. This is Tugos132 with Seismo and Beastum, and we'll see you guys next time.
Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo!